Morning everyone!
Good morning, ma'am!
Good morning, teacher!
So, let us all stand kasi natutulog na naman kayo. Everyone, please
It's
call
my
the
birthday.
name.
Okay, what we can do?
Same this.
Sorry,
So, ang gagawin natin is tumalon ng mga prices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may take your seat.
Thank you.
Ayun lang.
So, pre-pray na kanina, so hindi na tayo mag-pray. Sino dito yung mga nagsa-search sa mga different applications?
Amen.
Okay. So, ano yung mga insights mo doon? Miss Evelyn, please stand. Paano ka nagsa-search sa mga different engines? Okay, thank you very much sa answer mo. So, today we will discuss lesson 7, safe browsing and online privacy. We have the learning objectives. Please read Miss Nicole Maala.
Learning objectives. Define a concept of safe browsing and online privacy. Explain the importance of protecting personal information on the internet. Identify common online risks, trends, and scams. Apply safe browsing practices to ensure data protection. Demonstrate responsible digital behavior as an online citizen.
Thank you for that, Miss Nicole Maala. So, before we discuss, I forgot, may I introduce myself? Also, my co-reporters. My name is Bala J. Sampaga. My name is Gwen Lilian.
My name is Rose Ivy Pugno. My name is April Vidona. I am Ashley Meiji here.
And si Ate Shaira, which is absent right now. Convenience comes danger. So, what does it mean? Mr. Robert pala, Mr. Robert. What is the meaning of convenience comes danger? Convenience.
I have no idea I'm so sorry.
Si Mr. Paulo Llanes kaya, may idea kaya siya?
Mr. Paulo.
Mr. Paolo.
Do you have idea?
What is your insight about convenience comes danger?
Convenience comes danger. May insight. Ito na naman. Danger. Convenience comes danger. So, at ang topic nyo?
Insights mo lang, insights.
Insights ko at the convenience, makuha na danger.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that wonderful idea. So, convenience comes danger. We all know that when we are browsing on the internet, there are different kinds of threats, misinformations na nahagap natin, which is akala, which is dapat dapat maging use natin yung critical thinking natin in order sa pag-browse ng in safe ways. So, di ba kapag nag-browse tayo is may mga danger, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng convenience comes danger. Convenient na tayo sa mga bagay-bagay, which is madami nang nakikita sa internet, madami ng informations, madami ng kumakalat na mga balita-balita, ganyan. Pero nagkakaroon ng danger when it comes sa mga misinformation and mga fake news, gano'n. So, we need to analyze it. We need to be aware sa mga pinag-search natin sa my internet. So, what is safe browsing? From the word itself, Safe and browsing. So, yung sinabi ko kanina na safe, which is pagiging the use of the internet cautiously and responsibly. So, browsing is sa may mga different browsers. Like, ano ba yung mga alam nyo na browsers? Like, okay, very good. Sa may Samsung internet doon, yan yung mga different types of browser. Safe browsing. What is safe browsing? Ayun yung sinabi ko kanina, which is visiting only trusted websites. Avoiding clicking suspicious links or ads. As we all know, na-discuss na kanina, yung mga trends kapag nag-click lang tayo, click ng click, alam mo ba yung word na think before you click? Yes! Okay, very good. So, ayan yung ibig sabihin. Must i-avoid natin yung pag-click ng iba't ibang link, which is dapat sinusuri muna bago natin i-click. Next, downloading files or apps only from official stores or verified sources. So, marami ng different kinds of browsers na ina-allow na mag-download ng different kinds of apps, mag-download ng different kinds of applications, and apps is application, rather. Then, so we must only download sa mga Play Store, ganyan, sa mga Apple Store, like that. Hindi sa mga browser, which is, di ba, kapag nag-download tayo ng app, may nagpapakita na parang yung box na sinasabi na, do you want to download this file? This suspicious ko na. So, dapat natin hindi tayo nag-download ng mga app store sa may mga browsers. Yung mga download APK, ganyan. Keeping your browsers and antivirus software updated. So, you must update your system software sa mga different types of cellphones natin para maging updated sa mga bagay-bagay at para na din maprotektahan yung cellphone natin and sa iba't ibang threats. Being careful with what you share online. So, yun nga yung sinabi ko nila, think before you click. Being careful with what you share online. So, we must think before we share online. We must verify it before we share. Verified na kung totoo ba or factual ba yung sinishare natin sa online. What is safe browsing? Online privacy refers to the protection of your personal data. Parang yung safe browsing na dito is yun din yung diniscuss ko kanina. Next, we have the personal information that we must keep private online. So nowadays, many people share too much on social media without realizing na hackers and scammers can use it to steal their identity or your money. So let's go over what kind of information we should protect. First is full name. So full name is the first piece of information that we should protect in private or we should keep in private. That giving out your full name can make it easier to people to find your personal account, documents, or even steal your identity. For example, kinukuha nila yung mga pangalan mo para gumawa ng ibang accounts para mag-scam, manloko. Next is birthday. So some websites use your birthdays for verification. So if someone gets it, they might access your online accounts. Next is address. Your address should always be kept private because sharing it online can put safety at risk because people might find out where you live. Kunyari nag-post ka na nasa vacation kayo, in 3 days nasa vacation kayo, post ka dyan, mamaya, ninanakawan na pala kayo sa bahay nyo. Next, contact number. So your phone number can also misuse or scammers can send fake messages or even use your number pang scam. Contact number. Di mo dapat siya sinishare in private kasi pwede siyang gamitin. Magsasend sila ng mga messages na nanalo ka ng 10,000, kailangan mo munang mag-send napanalunan mo, ganon. And next is the password. It's very important, yung password. Never share your password and pins with anyone, kahit sa jowa mo. Kasi syempre, kung kunyari, alam ng jowa mo yung password ng account mo. So meaning, pwede ka niyang siraan in case kung nag-away kayo or meron kayong misunderstanding. Ganon. Next, photos and personal documents. So be careful with uploading your personal IDs, documents, or your sensitive photos. So this can be copied or edited by others to identify identity thief. So pag nag-post tayo ng mga pictures, huwag natin masyadong pina-public, ganon. Kasi minsan kung may maganda kang picture, kinukuha ng iba para gumawa ng mga dami accounts. Yun yung kinukuha nila for the information profile picture, ganon. Next is the location data. Lastly, don't share your real-time location online. So criminals can use it to track where you are or when you are not at home. Like yung sinabi ko kanina, na huwag yung i-share yung huwag kayo mag-upload online kung nasa vacation kayo na in 3 days mag-vacation kami dito, gano'n. Kasi malay mo mamaya napasok na ng criminals yung bahay nyo para magnakaw. Pag vacation kayo doon, pinanakawan na pala kayo ngayon.
Tama.
So now, let's move on to some common online threats. One of the most common is called phishing. So, kindly read, Jim Lee.
Phishing. Hindi ka masama. Phishing. Fraudulent. Fraudulent messages that take users into giving personal data.
So, it happens when you receive a fake messages or emails that lack real emails that look real, like from your bank or a delivery, like the Shopee, but they are actually trying to steal your information. So, for example, you might get an email saying your account might be locked, so click to verify, ganon, and when you click, it takes to a few fake website that asks for your password or the credit details. So, the best way to avoid it is to not click the unknown links para hindi tayo ma-scam or madaming nagsisend sa mga emails natin na nanalo, ganon, ng 10,000, ganon. And next, we have the malware. Software that damages your device or steals information. So, the word malware means malicious software. Ito yung program or app na sinasadyang makasira ng device or magnakaw ng information. So, for example, nag-download ka ng mga free movies or end games na hindi naman kilala kilalang site. So, akala mo okay, pero may kasamang malware pala. So, kapag na-install yun, pwedeng bumagal ang phone o mabura yung mga files mo or makuha ng hacker yung data mo. And may iba't-iba din klase ng malware tulad ng virus, spyware, trojan, and also ransomware. So, para makaiwas, dapat may antivirus ka, iwas sa suspicious downloads, and lagi dapat updated yung apps mo. And next, identity thief. So, ibig sabihin, nagpanggap sila na ikaw gamit ang name, address, o yung main account mo. So, halimbawa, may taong gumamit o bumili online gamit ang credit card mo. Pwede rin silang gumawa ng fake Facebook account na gamit ang picture mo para manloko ng iba. So, for example, yung identity thief, gaya ng sa tita ko, ginamit niya yung pangalan ng lola ko and then yung number niya sa loan. Tapos yun, may tumatawag na sa lola ko na kailangan mo na magbayad sa loan yung utang mo, ganon. And then, so, dapat napakahalaga na protektahan natin yung personal data natin tulad ng buong pangalan, birthday, address, and so on. Para sa ganon, makaiwas tayo sa mga scammers, and also, kapag nakuha ng mga hacker yan, mahirap nang bawiin o linisin yung mga reputation mo in online.
So let's move on to another common threat, which is scams or fake news.
false offers or stories used to deceive people. Example, yung mga nag-message sa inyo na nanalo ka ng 250,000, ganon. So, mag-send ka ng information mo about information or yung mga Gcash mo. So, madali na lang nilang ma-detect or manako yung mga identity mo or ma-scam ka.
Tama.
Next is cyberbullying. Using the internet to insult, threaten, or embarrass others. Ito yung mga gumagamit sa Facebook or nagpaparinig sa Facebook or ini-insulto ka sa Facebook. Yung mga example, may kaaway ka, so yung kaaway mo nag-post siya ng picture about sa'yo or ini-insulto ka sa Facebook, so pwede mo siyang ireklamo. Natin nga ako, Republic Act 10176. So next is hacking. A hacker is a person who uses their technical skills to gain unauthorized access to computer system, networks, or data. Example, yung jowa mo, ay yung account mo, binigay mo sa jowa mo, then nag-away kayo. So, pwede niyang i-hack yung account mo, then mag-send siya ng mga nudes sa, or kung nag-send ka ng nudes sa kanya, so, pwede niyang i-send yun sa GC niya. GC niya, so, inyong Okay, so now let's move on to the types of hackers. First, we have the white hat, or also known ethical hackers. Kindly read, Veronica.
Types of hackers, white hat, ethical hackers. Hackers who use their skills to find and fix security vulnerabilities legally and with permission.
Okay. So, sabi nga dito, they use their skills to find and fix security vulnerabilities legally and with permission. So, like for example, a company hires a white hat hackers to find and fix the security problems or their website or security holes. And the hacker reports the issues so they can be fixed. Okay, next we have the black hat, or also known malicious hackers. Can you read? Yes, go.
Types of hacker. Black hat, malicious hacker. Hackers who exploit vulnerabilities for personal gain, theft, or damage.
Okay, thank you. So, black hat hackers break into systems without permission naman to steal data or damage computers or cause trouble. So, their action. Okay, so let's move on to the types of hackers. First is we have white hat, or also known ethical hackers. So, hackers who use their skills to find and fix security vulnerabilities legally with permission. So, they use their skill to help organizations find and fix security problems before criminals can exploit them. So, like for example, a company hires a white hat hackers to check their website for security holes, and the hackers reports the issues so they can be fixed. Next, black hat, or also known malicious hackers. So hackers who exploit vulnerabilities for personal gain, theft, or damage. So dito naman yung black hat hackers break into systems without permission. Without permission naman to steal data, damage computers, or cause trouble. So their actions are illegal and meant for personal gain. So like for example, yung black hat hackers ay nagkalat ng ransomware para i-lock yung file ng hinahack nila. Tapos before nila ito buksan, humingi muna sila ng pera. Next, gray hat hackers. Hackers who fall between white and black hat, they may break into systems without permission, but not always for malicious reasons. So, gray hat hackers are mix of black and white hats. So they break into system without permission, but they usually don't mean. They don't usually mean. They don't mean to cause harm. Sorry. Sometimes they tell the organization about the problems they find, but their actions are still illegal. So like for example, dito is yung red hat hackers na nakakita ng problem sa isang popular website. Tapos, in-inform naman niya sa company na nag-hire sa kanya. Ang kaso lang, pinakita muna niya ito sa public. So, tips for safe browsing and privacy protection. Use strong password, combine uppercase, lowercase numbers, and symbols. A strong password mix uppercase, lowercase numbers, and symbols para hindi mas madaling tulan ng mga first yung password mo. So, for example, instead of rows 1, 2, 3, use rows exclamation point 2025 and hashtag. So next is change password regularly and avoid using the same password for multiple accounts. Regularly passwords protect your accounts kung sakaling makuha o ma-hack ang isa sa iyong password. So for example is update your Facebook or Gmail every 3 months. Enable two-factor authentication or 2FA for extra security. 2FA ay nagbibigay ng dagdag protection even someone knows your password. For example is, when, di ba, pag nakikilagin ka sa ibang account is, ay kung naglalagin ka sa Gmail mo is may nag-text ng code kung ikaw pa talaga, you receive a text code to confirm kung ikaw pa talaga yun. Next is check URLs. Check URLs before clicking links. Scammers often need well websites. So, di ba may mga faking websites na ginagaya ang totoong site upang nakawin ang iyong information. Avoid public Wi-Fi for online banking. Avoid public Wi-Fi for online banking or shopping. Do not overshare personal details on social media. Update your apps and antivirus regularly. Log out from shared or public computers after using them. Be critical of online information. Not everything online is true. Think before you click. If it looks suspicious, it probably is. So, since wala si Ate Tera, ako na lang mag-discuss.
No.
Okay, good. Digital responsibility and ethics. Being a good digital citizen means respecting others' privacy online, reporting cyberbullying, scams, or fake news. Alam naman siguro natin ito, yung pagre-report sa mga cyberbullying and scams since may mga Republic Act naman ito. So, avoiding the spread of private or false information, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina na think before you click. Using the internet for positive purposes, education, communication, and self-improvement. Remember, online actions leave responsible and respectful at all times. Importance of safe browsing and privacy. Safe browsing and privacy protection help you prevent identity theft and scams, keep your personal and financial data secure, build a positive online reputation, use technology safely for school, work, and communication. In a world where information is easily accessible, awareness and discipline are your strongest defense. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina na convenience comes danger. Always be responsible. Think before you click. Right? Ayan. Summary na. Safe browsing and online privacy go hand in hand. Being informed and cautious help you enjoy the internet while minimizing risk. Kagaya sinabi ko kanina, be smart, stay safe, and protect your digital self. Thank you for listening. Any queries?
Nato.